Hi everyone, welcome to my Japa TV station. Everything about this TV station is going to talk about people that are living abroad, mostly those ones that have lived here for ages, and for those of us who are thinking of relocating to abroad. And today, specifically, I'm going to be talking about where do we call home, where is now our home. And this question is going to those who's been in abroad for like maybe 15, 20, 30 years and who then decided to say, okay, well, they're making the decision to decide on where they really want to make it their home. Is it going to be here or is it going to be back home in Nigeria? And the reason behind this question, where is home, is derived from people who wants to build house in Nigeria. People who have been living here for ages and decided to say, okay, I'm going to live the rest of my life here living as in a rented apartment, rented house. And every single money that I'm going to make, I'm going to bring it back home and build a house in Nigeria. And also for those who say, okay, no, this is not what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to either mortgage a house here to call my home because this is where I'm going to live most of my life compared to having to build a house in Nigeria. So the question now is, if you don't have money to do both, which of these two is your priority? So, where would you then call your home? For those, because why I'm coming up with this is that for so many years, I remember when I came to Europe newly, and everybody was like, "Oh, I'm just going to spend 2 years, 3 years, and I'll go back 4 years, 5 years," and then two become three become 10, 10 become 15, and they keep going, and then you're still wondering why are these people not going back home yet? So I'm making this video so people who the young ones who are likely here or just who are coming up or who decided to say, okay, now Japa is I'm Japaing from Nigeria and Africa, for example, and then I'm coming over to Europe. What is your plan? How are you planning it? Are you planning you come here, you're gonna stay, you're gonna make it your home? Are you planning, oh no, really I wanna go back? Because we have to look at statistics. We have to look at those who came and said they want to go back. Did they really end up going back? Or did they just work their own life, put up about 40, 50 grand together, which is about 50 million naira, going home, build and have the house, and then they never actually stay in the house? As we all know, in Europe here, you only have like 4 to 3 weeks holiday. So is the house you have in Nigeria your holiday home, or you still call it home? So or do you decide to say, okay, well, what is it? Where is your home at the end of this year? Because I know that in Ireland here, when you get to the age of 64, you can decide to pension. So from the age you moved into Europe, let's say if you moved in at your youth age, for example, you moved in at your 30 to, for the 34 years of your life that you're going to spend in, for example, Ireland, Germany, Switzerland, Austria. Where is your home? Is it the holiday you go, the place where you put maybe about 40, 30,000 euros, house? Or is it the one you decided to say, okay, you're renting here or you're buying a property here and then making it your home? The question really here is, where do you call your home? And if you can leave a comment behind. I'm going to be displaying in this video. I'm going to be putting two different houses. So most houses in Nigeria today, they'll tell you, okay, for you to build a complete duplex, you're going to need like 50 million, 60 million naira in some places, while in some places are more. While here, that 50 million naira will give you a deposit, and that deposit is that, okay, this is going to be your house, and for the 34 years, 20 years, 25 years of your life that you're going to live in this house, you could then even finish paying the house, it becomes your house. So this is where you spend most of your life. But will you call that place your house, your home, or are you going to call Are you going to work your life here and then put up the money together and go back and build one bungalow or build duplex, and then you're going to call that home? Again, will you ever relocate back? So we're gonna end up talking about the conveniency and all of that. So, but before I go deep now, I will need a really good answer. Okay, there's a pros and there's a cons. Um, for example, like myself, I moved back to Nigeria for 1 year, and that 1 year I've never had to use generator when I'm sleeping here, which means every time I'm going to sleep, I go to sleep quietly, peacefully, no generator. That 1 year was the whole year of generators, and I never had to complain about electricity. So, which is the case of yeah, and then I remember it was then I had to go and ask Mala to buy me water. So I have to buy water because the tap wasn't running, and at some point something happened. So I never had to. There's so many there's so many cons, and there's so many pro. And again, we have to talk about why are people really relaxed when they come back, they never go back. So, and when I mean they never go back, they never really, the time frame which they decide to say they want to stay in Europe, why did they decide to stay longer? Why have they decided not to go back? And I will talk about that in other videos. I'm also gonna talk about the fact that I kind of feel cheated coming to Europe. It wasn't was Europe really a good investment for me? I'm going to say yes or no, and the no part of it I'm going to discuss about it, and the yes part of it I'm going to discuss about it. And again, do Euro make people lazy? I'm going to discuss about the yes about it. I'm going to discuss about the no. I mean, when I mean Euro, I mean abroad generally. I'm going to discuss about the 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 advantage of it, if it's true, yes, and if no about it. So if you follow up these videos of Japa televisions, you're gonna hear every single thing you need to know about coming abroad. I mean, whether you're going to the States, you're going to Canada, you're coming to any part of Europe. And again, it's all about Japa. So this station is all about Japa. It talks about even if you're interested, it's going to talk about career wise. If you, but that will come in a later end. But if you, and also we're going to talk about your documentation, how you're going to get document, and also we're going to talk about if is it really important for you to spend so much money and all this money and which you could have used to do other things. For example, maybe people that I see spending 20 million naira to Japa, 30 million naira to Japa, and all of this stuff. Is it really worth it? Should you really spend this money, or shouldn't you? So all of these things is going to be discussed in this Japa television. So if you follow me, you hear. But the first, this is my first video in this station, and I hope you're gonna hear more from me. So stay tuned. God bless.